This is the face of Burkina Faso's new leadership. Many Burkinabés are comparing the 34-year-old new junta leader, Ibrahim Traoré, to Thomas Sankara, a Pan-African hero who was of a similar age when he came into power in Burkina Faso.
C'est un jeune qui a pris, un jeune qui a le même âge que le capitaine Thomas Sankara, notre ancien président. Et aujourd'hui, on est content parce qu'on a l'impression qu'il va faire mieux que les autres.
Nous avons décidé de prendre notre destin en main et accompagner les jeunes qui viennent de faire encore un autre coup d'État, qui est le capitaine Traoré Ibrahim, qui va nous donner de l'espoir.
So what do we know about Ibrahim Traoré? The young officer has fought in some of the country's most restive areas. He's also trained in Morocco and worked in the UN's peacekeeping force in Mali, where he was commended for his bravery during a militant attack on Timbuktu in 2018. Back in January, when his predecessor Paul-Henri Damiba staged a coup, he supported him. But over the past 8 months, division started to appear between the two men as the security situation continued to worsen. Islamist groups with links to Al-Qaeda and the so-called Islamic State have been carrying out attacks in Burkina Faso since 2015. Analysts believe up to 40% of the country could be under jihadi control. Several administrations have failed to tackle this threat. Now, Captain Ibrahim Traoré says he's the man for the job.
Il faut changer le rythme, il faut aller vite. Tout le pays, c'est de l'urgence. Donc chacun à son niveau doit pouvoir aller plus vite et abandonner les lourdeurs administratives inutiles là.
With the help of a group of disaffected young officers, he took over government buildings on Friday, including the state broadcaster, and he announced that he was overthrowing the government of Paul-Henri Damiba, accusing him of being more focused on politics than on the fight against terrorists. Local media reports say Mr. Damiba is now in neighboring Togo. Before he left, Captain Traoré accused him of collaborating with the French in order to stage a comeback. This is something Mr. Damiba and the French have both denied. But that didn't stop angry mobs from attacking French institutions. There's long-held resentment in Burkina Faso against its former colonial power. Many Burkinabés believe France has long meddled in their internal affairs and that French troops have failed to tackle the Islamist insurgency. Captain Traoré wants to work with new international partners, including Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group, who are already active in neighboring Mali. Kremlin allies, including the founder of Wagner, have praised the coup in Burkina Faso, blaming France for the violence there. But Wagner fighters have been accused of human rights abuses in the Central African Republic, where they've been active for years, as well as in Mali. Their fears they could be stoking the crisis in Burkina Faso in order to spread Russian influence. Over the weekend, former leader Paul-Henri Damiba accused foreign forces of trying to destabilize the country. There's been international condemnation of the coup from the US, the African Union, as well as from ECOWAS, the West African political and economic bloc. They've urged the new junta leaders to respect an agreement to return to democracy by July 2024. The road ahead won't be easy for Captain Traoré. Burkina Faso has now replaced Mali as the epicenter of militant violence in the region, and there are fears that the country could now be caught in a cycle of coups, which would make it even more difficult to tackle the Islamist threats.